Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Entrepreneur TV Middle East. With me is the one and only David. He's the founder of Sal'Ad Labs. Thank you so much for coming over, and it's a pleasure having you here.
Thanks you for having me there today. So super glad to see the entrepreneur at the event about AI. So I actually understand that
You two connect very well, yes.
that we're on the edge of the technologies and here in UAE. Yep, that's an amazing event today.
Right, how's the networking going for you? How's the event going so far?
There are so many unexplored areas still for us because for me personally, my business was mostly about Web3 and blockchain technologies for the last 8 years. And the
Right.
AI is something new that comes through every business, not only the high-end businesses, but
Right.
the classic humanity, like everywhere, like AI coming very close to our life day by day.
100%. Tell me a little bit about Sal'Ad Labs. What is it you guys do?
We started very occasionally, and we never expected that name Salad will become big, like somehow. But the idea was simple. We've been impressed by Web3 technologies, the blockchain markets, and the main reason for that was that it has no borders. Like people from all around the world start to communicate so fast to build some new future, like the future of projects, the future of money. And then we started to just help them with some things where we felt ourselves as a bit more expert than they are.
Right.
And step by step, it became a huge international marketing ecosystem in a
Right.
Web3. So with a headquarter in Dubai, that's it.
Exactly. I feel like this is the right place for you guys to be in 100%. So you did pick the lessons, real talk, and reflection question card. I'm going to start with that. Are you ready for them?
Absolutely.
So tell me, what's one thing you wish somebody told you before starting?
Usually for every new startup founder or company founder, when I see them, and I see them quite often because mostly we're helping for the growing companies and the startups, I usually trying to tell them the two things, like never give up, because the highest success that you can reach starting exactly 5 minutes later after you will be ready to finally give up. And the second thing is to
The final moment.
just keep it like 5 minutes more, like, and everything will
Tiny bit,
change. Yes,
tiny
just a bit. And the second, I think, never make a rush decisions when you are a founder, because if you wanted to decide about something and you never did a full analysis and full
Right.
forecast of the next future, like what will happen after, well, better not to do nothing.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Is there something that people glamorize about entrepreneurship that is often very false?
Oh yeah, no, at least when you're entrepreneur, you're working always, like 25 to 8, like 24/7. But
No personal life, no family.
no,
very difficult.
completely. Sometimes you need to always be in a balance. Like you need to be right family guy, right business guy, and at the same time,
Hard to be a man these days.
yeah, it's hard to understand where is the main priority from time
Yeah,
to time, because
yeah.
when you are entrepreneur, if you see the opportunity, you're just saying like nothing else right now, we'll go full all in. And it's very important not to be very confident only by yourself.
Right.
You have also many people behind you
Right.
which are following you, so that's a big responsibility and not so easy as it looks like.
Right. Did you ever have that like one humbling moment as a founder where you just felt so grounded and so humbled?
Yeah, I think so. It's fun because the same question I can answer every year completely different. Like something really changes from time to time. But I remember when our company opened a Dubai placement as the first day of our like official presence here, and that was like a super moment for
Yeah,
us. I was
yeah.
like, yeah, come
You're
on,
like so excited.
we're become not just a global company,
Yeah.
but officially the company registered in other country from our homeland. But like a year ago, we opened a new office in Bangkok, and I was like, that's okay. Like, yeah, there's nothing else. So,
We're used to opening offices globally. now,
yeah. So for me, I think the next moment like this will become at the moment when we will find our presence somewhere in like the West countries, like United States as well. Like, so
Yeah.
we wanted to have a full circle on the equator,
Yeah.
like, you know.
Maybe now with Trump, you're gonna have more open, borders into entering Web3 in the States. That's true. But in all of this, as you've said, now you weren't that excited, when it happened in Bangkok. You do need to find a way to stay grounded, right? So how do you find a way to stay grounded in all of this success? And I suppose with success there comes money, but internal happiness and being grounded is something that's extremely difficult to balance out in today's world. How would you say you find that ground for yourself?
That's maybe interesting moment in my life happened about 2 years ago. So I realized that all my life I dreamed to be a professional racer.
Okay.
So when you're an entrepreneur, you can be much faster sometime in some decision making.
You race cars?
No, we have a racing team. Like we built a full racing team.
Okay.
And now we are not only the marketing business, but we're also the media brand in a rally. And we have the full operating team created less than by 1 year. And now we're opening the next one in Emirates.
It's important to have your personal hobbies, right? In a way.
I can't say that it made me grounded, but I realized that that's the perfect life-work balance between me, myself, and my ambitions as well. Because business and entrepreneurship, it's anyway a mix of complicated things.
Yeah.
But for me personally, just my own opinion, racing is amazing by one thing. There are same amount of small, absolutely random luck moments, experience moments, skill moments, but in the end, the only time and result on the finish line matter everything, nothing else.
One final question for you, sort of advice on entrepreneurship. People that, what would you tell a younger version of yourself when you were younger? If you see somebody young that aspires to have kind of a life journey that you've had, what sort of advice would you give them?
First of all, go global. Never be limited.
Stuck in one place?
Never be limited by one city, one country, one place, because that really make your mind much wider. Like you can think much wider. And the next advice, can it be two?
Of course. Up to 3.
Never lunch alone.
But again, it's so hard to be in partnership. How do you find the right partner?
I'm married about 16 years, a lot. But I mean, never lunch alone mostly means if you have a chance to meet somebody from your business or your self-growing, your personal self-growing campaign to have a lunch, do this every day, because the new people are super important in your life. And if you have the way how to communicate with them almost every day, that's really the good insight for me.
I think it's a completely separate podcast we can do on actually how to find the right partner for your business, because it's an incredibly psychological story on the other business. So it's always difficult to find the right people, but when you do, it's always
in our business, my co-founder, we are friends from the school times.
That's so cute.
I just took him. I took him and said, now we're making entrepreneurship, brother.
Now we're making money. We're not exchanging toys anymore.
Absolutely.
It was an absolute pleasure speaking to you. We wish you the best of luck. And stay tuned, guys, Entrepreneur TV Middle East. We're going to have the full conversation released very soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.